Welcome to Art of the Cart, where we bring you the best recipes and culinary tips straight from the D&W Fresh Market. I'm your host, Chef Britt, and I'm thrilled to be your guide on this delicious journey. I am with Melissa Stockwell, and I am so excited to get to know your story and hear about everything a little bit more. So welcome, Melissa.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself to kind of get started.
My name is Melissa Stockwell. I am a veteran. I was a wounded veteran. I lost my left leg above the knee while serving in Iraq in 2004. So 20 plus years ago now, which seems kind of crazy. But after losing a leg, turned to a life of sports. In the past 20 years, I've become a 4-time Paralympian, once in the sport of swimming, 3 times in the sport of triathlon, was able to get a bronze medal at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games, and am now kind of turning to marathons, running Boston in a few weeks here, the Boston Marathon. But I'm really also just a proud, our family, Spartan Nash, part of the family there. Been fortunate to have the support of our family brands for the last couple years, just both on and off the race course, and just love being an ambassador and just being part of a company that, gives back and just supports others as well. So happy to be with you today.
Yeah, that's amazing. What kind of motivated you to first pursue sports?
I wanted to prove to myself that losing a leg wasn't going to stop me from really doing anything. So it was kind of this, all right, let's see if I can still be an athlete. And once I realized I could still get out there, be on a course, cross the finish line, it was this idea of let's see how far we can take it.
And I'm sure you faced a lot of challenges along the way.
Yeah, I feel like, but we all go through our own challenges, right? I mean, sure, they're relative. Mine might be different than yours because I'm missing a leg in the sports or whatever. But we all have challenges that we face, and it's just a matter of trying to, tackle them head on and do the best we can.
Definitely. So with being an ambassador, that's amazing, and we love that with our family. So what drew you into this partnership originally?
So I spoke for a group out in Utah, in Park City, years ago, and was able to kind of meet some of the the owners of the grocery stores and work with the Spartan Nash brand. And we just kind of developed a relationship when I was out there speaking for them, and realized pretty quickly that a lot of the values aligned. And from that moment, they asked me to come on as an ambassador, and was really honored and, of course, happy to say yes. And it's just been a really great partnership. They're very family oriented. I have 2 young kids, so just to be able to, have them kind of take the whole family under their wing has been pretty special.
That's amazing. Especially working for Spartan Nash. I have 3 and we're just all a big family. So I love that. We do care so much about health and wellness. And I think too, that's where you fit in. I'm sure that was really important to you with first starting with Spartan Nash, was their vision of health and wellness.
Absolutely. And just really the health and wellness aspect, and also giving back to the community as well. And a lot of that is focused on that health and wellness. I have a nonprofit in Chicago called Dare to Try. We get athletes with disabilities into the sport of triathlon, and they have supported, my organizations. You get their cereal boxes, and on the back, it explains different organizations that they are supported and are a part of in the community. So it's just a great all-around fit.
I love that. So in the Paralympic sport, explain a little bit how that came about, what sports involved in, and a little bit more into that.
So I started out with swimming. So after I lost my legs, the water kind of had this healing effect. I would kind of get in, forget as though I didn't have a leg. And it was just this overall, it was just a really good fit. So starting out with swimming, and then turning to the sport of triathlon after that. So triathlon is you swim, you bike, and you run. And it was really just the challenge of all 3 sports, being out there, different prosthetic legs I had to wear. It was different than just swimming. And I just kind of fell in love with it pretty early on.
Is it hard to find a leg that does that all for you?
So I had different prosthetic legs. So I don't swim with a leg, and then there you can bike with a prosthetic leg, and then I run with a prosthetic leg. So it's very much part of the puzzle in triathlon as an amputee, is trying to get these prosthetic legs that fit right and that are most efficient to get on and to get off. So it's kind of this whole, it adds a whole other dynamic to it.
Yeah. You're so inspiring. I just can't. That's amazing. It's so, so amazing.
That's very kind. Thank you.
So I'm sure you have some very distinct memories that like are out there that you're like, that I remember that specifically?
The biggest one, it'll go down as one of the greatest moments of my life. So the Rio 2016 Paralympics, I got a bronze medal, which felt like a personal gold. It was just incredible. My teammates got gold and silver. So it was a USA sweep. I had family there. I had friends there, looking up into the stands and just seeing everyone that had supported me to get there. The date was September 11th, which kind of added a whole nother meaning. So USA sweep, we saw, 3 American flags go up as we heard the national anthem. And, my husband was there. My dad was there. It was just a moment that will probably go down as one of the greatest moments.
You're giving me chills. Literally telling that story.
I still get chills when I talk about it and think about it. It was really incredible. So that was moment, number one. Right up there is in the Paris Paralympics last year. My kids were old enough to be able to go and remember it. So just hearing the go mommy go from the course and just being able to have them there and experience that, that's another incredibly special moment as well. So there's been so many. Athletics has brought me so many places, so many incredible moments. I just feel so lucky to have it in my life.
And the kids being there, I couldn't imagine. Yeah, so cool. I'm sure there's people out there too that have, this has happened to, and they've thought about doing something like this. And what would you tell them?
To do it. It's easier said than done. It's hard, whether you acquire a disability or another obstacle that comes your way and you're like, oh, there's no way I can do this now because I had to go through this. Like, we don't give ourselves enough credit on the things that we are capable of doing.
Yeah.
So to never tell yourself no, or to never tell yourself, oh, I can't do that until you go and you try it. Like, give yourself enough credit to actually get out there and to try something. And sometimes it's finding a team of people. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the people and organizations that helped me get here. And that includes our family and Spartan. Like, that includes everyone that kind of helps support me along the way. So to, surround yourself with people that are that team, that want you to get better, want to, like your goals are their goals. And because I think together we can always do more, but it's just also that belief in yourself and just like getting out there and just going for it. And maybe it doesn't work, but along the way you find something else about yourself and then there's a new goal. So it's just kind of constantly like telling yourself you can.
Yeah. I love that. So how does nutrition really play a role in your life and in all your sports?
Nutrition is definitely a key aspect. Like being an elite athlete, there's so many things that go into it. It's the training, it's putting in the work, it's it's something like sleep and nutrition. It's all becomes part of this puzzle piece. Mm-hmm. So nutrition is key. I have learned we all work differently, and I know about myself. I'm never going to live a life where I don't have my sugar or don't have my desserts because I need that just to keep going and to be happy. So I think it's a lot of the nutrition as an elite athlete is each person is different. It's done in moderation, but you find what works for you. But it definitely is a big part of that puzzle piece.
So are there specific products or healthy habits or something you would say that are in your everyday routine?
There are. I've learned after a big workout, I do need to get that protein, those macronutrients that I do know that I need before a workout, after a workout, or if I'm going to have a big run tomorrow, I know that tonight I probably need to fuel a little bit better. So that is part of the mindset, definitely.
Any specific products that you would say you couldn't live without?
The Finest Reserve products I'm a big fan of. There's mustard dipping sauce that, again, I never would have probably gotten off the shelf, but
the champagne mustard.
It is so good. Yes. The dip, pretzels in. Oh my gosh. That is something that I typically wouldn't have, but now I've tried it. I'm like, I need more of this. Yeah. But also things. Trail mix is huge. It's some of the best trail mix, the cheese, the pasta. It's really just the everyday products that I use, and the ones that are also simple, for kids' meals. The pastas that you just throw, in a pot, and it's just very family friendly, which is very much appreciated. I haven't come across a product that I don't like.
The Finest Reserves line of seasonings has blown my mind. I love them. So my 5-year-old, she would live off of grilled chicken and white rice every single day. So you know what? She loves those things. So I went to give them to her. So I've just been trying to add some new seasonings on there to kind of incorporate new flavors because I'm like, hey, I'm not going to tell her she can't eat grilled chicken and white rice. So that's fine. Exactly. But let's throw in some other flavors there.
exactly.
Yeah. What are your guys' like home go-to recipes?
We do a lot of like tacos, so pull apart chicken. There is, I believe, I should look at my spice cabinet. I think is it called everything but the bagel seasoning?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? I mean, that goes on absolutely everything. I will just slice an avocado apart, put that seasoning on it, and then just eat it.
Definitely. We're a big Blackstone family as well. So anything you can cook on the grill or the Blackstone is kind of a go-to for us. That makes all 5 of us happy. And when you're trying to like find something, everybody, then everybody will actually like, because there's, this one doesn't like this or this one doesn't like that. So it's easy to find things.
Pizzas. Oh my gosh. There was a pizza. I believe the Finest Reserve. It was a pizza. I can't remember the name of it.
The hot honey one.
And you put honey on it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was
so
a win.
good.
That was great.
You have a lot going on. Like, how do you balance it all?
We all have a lot going on. And life is busy, which sometimes can seem very overwhelming. But I think when you think about it, we're also very fortunate to live these busy lives, right? Like we get to get out there. We have, a family. We have a job that we like. It's a busy life, but it's a good life. So I think balancing it is, we all have a certain number of hours in the day, and we find what we have to do in those hours to make us tick, to make us happy. I couldn't do it by myself. My husband's, he's a huge part of it. The team of people we have around me, the family and friends that help with the kids or with pickup, or if I'm on a run, everyone kind of works together to make it happen.
So when it comes to that busy life, I know that I would not be able to live without calendars. Like my phone calendar is life. Each kid has a color. Me and my husband have a color. We have a work calendar. It all syncs together, and it helps us keep everything on track. I don't think I could go a day without checking my calendar probably 5 to 10 times.
Agreed. And it's sometimes where something goes in the calendar and there's something already there. And then I'm like, to my husband, I'm like, but I put that there first. It's like, you get to the calendar first. Like that's what goes.
Yeah. And how do you stay motivated? Like, do you just go outside for runs? And what's your motivation when it comes to that?
I do. Yeah. Running is my favorite, honestly, one of my favorite things to do. It's just this freedom of being out there and the sound of my prosthetic blade or my foot on the pavement. I truly love running. But I think being motivated is wanting to be the best version of myself, really, and wanting my kids to see that, wanting my kids to, see me be active, have these big goals. And it's my hope that, they see that and they want to do that their own someday. I truly enjoy life. I mean, I'm very easily motivated. There's a tree blowing in the wind. Look how pretty it is. It sounds silly, but I'm very motivated by all sorts of things. So that's helpful.
Are the kids into sports and stuff yet? What ages?
They are 7 and 10. My 10-year-old is my boy, and he is very into hockey. Hockey is life. The season just ended, so now it's suddenly we have all this time. My daughter is, I would say, more, we tried hockey, but she's more probably cheerleading and dance, kind of going down that route.
Okay. I have 5, 11, and almost 13, and I think sports and gymnastics and Boy Scouts and all, it just runs the household. But I love that they're so interested in those things for sure.
And it's almost like I learned early on, you can't tell them what to be interested in, right? They're going to be interested whatever they are. But you just hope that they find something. It doesn't matter if it's sports, is it, Boy Scouts, is it art, music, whatever it is, just something that they have a passion for. So
what are some of the must-haves in your family that set you up for success other than your calendars that we all love?
Say calendar. A big thing is, I think, as a parent, is flexibility. You have to be flexible. With kids, you have to have that adaptability, right? You have to have that flexibility. If they wake up and they're sick, well, it kind of derails the whole day, but that's life. So just trying to kind of roll with it. That's been a big learning process for me, especially with a military background. I'm very okay, this, but so really that flexibility, I think you have to have that to have those successful days, because it's going to happen. In the evenings, the goal is to come home and to, be a family, or if we have friends over, but just to find some sort of enjoyment. If it is outside, is it on the trampoline? Are we going to go on a bike ride? Find the things that we all like to do and to do them together.
Definitely. We've started all the kids now Yahtzee tournaments, and one or two games of Yahtzee is great, but then until one of the kids no, whoever reaches 5 games first, and I'm that's a lot of Yahtzee. And
that's really fun. That's really funny.
It's
Yeah,
fun. Like, I mean, I love it, and it gets us all together and stuff. But like
exactly.
on hour two, I'm like,
Oh,
okay, I think I'm over Yahtzee. Like,
yes.
let's go do something else. And now that it's beautiful, like, I mean, going outside, playing basketball and all that, it's like that's
Uh-huh.
the joy that like makes me, and like this excites me to see their faces light up for
Yes,
sure.
for sure.
So looking into the future, what are some of your next goals? I mean, really personal and on the athletic side.
So athletics, I'm running the Boston Marathon. I ran it in 2022. Ended up doing pretty well. I was able to get a Guinness World Record for a female above the knee amputee in a marathon. So I'm trying to beat that
Congratulations.
goal. Thank you. It was
Yeah.
very. It's funny the things like that. Like I actually got the actual like Guinness World Record certificate, and my son was just like out of anything that I think that is like more exciting to him than like a medal that I don't know, but it was like seeing my son like so excited about that really motivated me. So I'm running it again this year. The goal is to beat that time.
Hmm.
And then so I really love running. And so I'm going to kind of see how far I can go with that. I'm sure I'll do a few triathlons this year. It's just after the Paralympics last year, you're kind of able to have this like year and a half to kind of try other things before you decide if you want to go for the next game. So I'm kind of in that time frame right now. And then personally, it's, I do a lot of motivational speaking. So continuing to do that, trying to be the best, continue to be the best mom I can be, working with the organization Dare to Try. My husband and I have a prosthetic business here in Colorado Springs. So it's busy trying to keep up with all that. I recently started substitute teaching, which has been
That's
pretty fun and just different.
fun.
So yeah, just trying to, I think, keep up with everything and just to be grateful for it all, because I think we should be.
How would people learn your story? I mean, I know there's the internet and things like that. Is there any other like resources that they can like read or anything that to follow you?
So I do have a book. The book is called The
Okay.
Power of Choice. So that, and it's on Amazon or anywhere books are sold. So that obviously that tells my story. There is a TED Talk that I did that's online. You can just kind of search TED Talk and my name, and it's just a brief like 12-minute version of my story. And then there is, there's always Instagram. Stockwell01 is Instagram, and I do share, the ups and downs of the fun and the hard parts of being a parent and traveling and everything that goes along with that.
That's awesome. Do the kids like hate to see you go though when you're traveling?
They do, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, that mom guilt is so real. I'm sure it's like, I'm sure, I think all
I
parents
feel that.
that it's, and I think they guilt you in, and then as soon as you're gone, my husband's like, they're fine, but it's like before you leave, it's like they pile it on.
Oh yeah.
Make you feel extra bad.
Yes. Thank gosh in this world now we have the FaceTime and all that, so it makes it a
Uh-huh.
little bit easier for
It does.
sure.
It does.
And
does.
just know that you're doing amazing things and they're looking up to you and you're setting that example for them. So
I
that's
appreciate
amazing.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like to kind of at the end of every podcast kind of do like 3 rapid fire questions to kind of just learn a little bit more about you.
All right.
So
let's do
you'll
it.
just answer with quickest thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Guilty food pleasure.
Chocolate. Anything chocolate. Chocolate chip cookies.
What was your favorite subject in school?
Pee.
Okay. And if you could pick one, what would be your biggest pet peeve?
People that take really long in buffet lines, which sounds really random, but when you're waiting for a buffet and the people in front of you, it's like they take one grape at a time and you're just waiting. So that sounds really random, but people that take a long time in buffet lines.
I feel you. That's
Yeah.
a good one when I think
Especially
about
with
it.
kids, when you just want to get through it. Yeah.
Like they just want to get to the chocolate fountain. Let's go.
Right.
Let's
Take
go.
a big scoop instead of 5 little ones. Yeah.
Yes. So listeners can get involved. I can support you, your book, follow you. Your story is absolutely amazing and you've inspired me, give me chills. We've laughed. I really appreciate you joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. And I just feel very proud, and I just really love being a part of our family team and just everything that it brings.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. And I hope we get to talk soon.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in to Art of the Cart. Please subscribe, comment, and leave a review. Don't forget to visit D&W's website for products and resources mentioned in this episode. Until next time, happy cooking.